All right. Is this... This is the most last minute live stream I have ever done. I literally... I don't even know how to explain. I've been redoing my studio all weekend, and I didn't think I was going to have time to go live. And I looked at the clock, and it was 10 to 5, like 10 minutes ago. I was like, I think I've nearly finished. I had no intention of finishing today, but I think I've basically finished the studio. I've got to like basically hoover and take out an old rug or piece of a rug, and I'm finished. I wasn't supposed to be live today, but I was like, I'm gonna go live. So, what's up, everyone? I hope you're having a good weekend. This was not a scheduled stream, but I missed you guys genuinely, and girls. So I want to come and hang out for like at least an hour before tidying up the rest of the room. What do you guys? Yo, Sam, Alex, Ophir, DS, D's. What's going on, dudes? Hope you're having a good weekend. What do you guys think of the new studio? Guy, how you doing, man? Kathy Evans, hope everyone's having a good weekend. What do you people think of the studio design? Let me see if you can see the new layout. I need to fix some things up, but I need to get rid of this rug as well. Pull that away. What do you guys think? Kind of not finished yet, but a little bit finished. This is the new studio, 2023. Kevin, what's going on, dude? How you doing, Miko? Magician Saranj, how you doing? How's everyone? It's so good to be back. When was it? I feel like I haven't been here for ages. My face is all dirty from all the painting. I've got paint on my arms, literally covered like in dust from head to toe. I just realized that I've got disgusting dirty trousers on as well. So yeah, as said, this is a super thanks Sam thanks Sam Sugarman said, yeah, the black was better. Cheers, mate. I appreciate that because I spent the whole weekend changing the studio. I said, nah, looks really better background, more natural lights. Thanks, Miko. Bruh, it looks sick, says Saranash, even, sorry. Yo, Ting, hello from Canada. I love Canada. I have Toronto Airport, YYZ. Me and McKinnon and a few of the guys got them matching at the same time while we were in Toronto. What's going on? How are you, Lee? Yo, bro. Oliver, hi, Lloyd. My ping pong ball download has gone up on Murphy's. It's called Position Predicted. Everyone, go to murphysmagic.com and type in Position Predicted and check out Oliver's ping pong ball. I won't say ping pong ball effect. Just go and watch the effect because it's got a kicker ending. Oliver showed me this for the first time at the London Magic Convention and it completely blew me away. I had no expectation of what was going to happen, and then it's just kick a moment. It's really, really good. So good job getting it released, man. Rich, how you doing? Don't stress. I'm in pajamas, he says. Mate, I'm jealous of you in pajamas. I've literally been getting a sweat on all weekend and trying to do this. Roland's younger. Father Lloyd, hope you're well. Oh, thank you, dude. I hope you're doing well, man. Guy says he's PM'd me on Discord with a question. I will check the Discord as soon as I finish this stream and the studio. Magical Mike says Oklahoma is cold. What's the temperature in Oklahoma in Celsius? Here today it's actually like 5 to 9 degrees. Whereas like the last 2 weeks it's been -2, 3, sort of freezing. Magic Alan, how you doing, buddy? Lee says, or Dave Christmas, whose name is Lee, says in massive capital letters like he's shouting, "Are you going to London in November?" Yeah, dude, I'll probably be there in November for sure, man. Jack, great to see you at the session. Oh, Jack, nice to meet you at the session too, man. Oh, great to see you at the session even. Groot says, hello there, taco pie in the making and Lloyd on the tube. What a better Sunday. Wicked. Oh, dude, Magic Alan, I am so excited. Link, hello, I can see you saying hi there. I am so excited for Blackpool this year. I'm literally working like a demon to get so much stuff prepared. If you're in the Discord, if you're a member of the Patreon, then you already know what I mean. Shirl Cow, hello Lloyd, hope everything, it's your life. Thanks, dude. Hope you're having a good one. Stu Batman. Looking forward to Blackpool. I'll be there for the Sunday. Yo, Stu, I am so excited to meet you. Stu, what time are you getting there on the Sunday? Because Kaylee obviously wants to meet you to say thank you for the cards, and she is leaving Sunday afternoon. Spoiler alert, Kaylee is going to be there on the Sunday. Dave Christmas says, can you show me a cool marked deck trick? I kind of need you here to do a marked deck trick. Like, it's one of those things that I'd need to do with you in person. There's probably something I could do, but I need to figure out what that would be. But I can do some other type of tricks. Bernardo says, hi from Germany. Yo, what's up, man? Kevin says, the last 2 Society of Secrets videos are insane. Dude, Kevin, you are insane. Thank you for the praise, but man, you are the most creative guy I've ever met. And Tigger T, I'm at 30C in Acapulco. I'm jealous right now. Tigger T, it's been so long. I hope you're keeping well. Oh, yo, fire emojis, heart emojis from Stu Batman, who's just made the first super chat of the stream. Thank you so much, Stu. I now need to figure out how to get the super chat on the screen. I need to log into something called Stream Elements, I think. I'm not good at this, in case you didn't notice. Dude, thank you so much for the super chat. How I need to get the bar up on screen so you guys can see how much is there if you want to contribute to where we at. Magic Anna says, I'm triple multitasking, studying for exams, reading a magic book. I'm reading a magic book for Blackpool and watching The Awesome. All-in-one Tamil official. Bro, how to make a double cross Sharpie and how it's working. Double cross is not my trick. So it's not my effect. Oh, yo, Miko, a super chat from Miko for sending those cards. They do need to go out in the post along with this thing. Where is it? Along with Chris's winnings, the Tic Tac gimmick, and the gold Society of Secrets badge. So I have to do a big post run tomorrow. But thank you so much. And also, let me log in real quick to Stream Elements to try and get that tool up and running. I'm no good at YouTube. I need a YouTube manager to help me out. Let's see how this looks. Here we go. All right, I know how to do it. Here we go. Do I sound, by the way, like someone's grandparent learning how to use the internet for the first time? There we go. All right, that should be popping up soon. Thank you so much for the super chats, guys. Yeah, and Chris James won the Tic Tac gimmick. I'm actually gonna have some of these right now. Check this out. Watch as it just melts all the way through. Let's see if I can hit this first time. Take it. It melts. Back in. I'm actually gonna. So this is Chris James's gimmick that he won in the contest for saying that this week's Tutorial Tuesday needs to use fire. And it already, for once, most Tutorial Tuesdays I make up on the spot. But this one I think I have an idea for how to do it with fire already. It's alright, I'm not eating jetpacks. Stu Batman says, Brendan's in the chat. What's going on, Brendan? I'm there for Saturday, Lloyd. I'll be in the morning, and be there for as long as possible. I'll definitely see you both. Wicked. Thanks, dude. What's this? Mark Sealhammer said, oh, super chat from Mark. Dude, thank you so much, man. Hell yes. Drop some fire emojis for Mark right there in the window. Massive thank you, dude. Oh, hell yes. Let me catch up on these chats. Yep, fire your comment. Elliot Gerard. Elliot, dude. Elliot, man. In case I didn't tell you this 100 times already, you actually blew me away at the session this year. You are just you make the most visual magic I've ever seen. All right, so let's see some of these comments on the Sunday. Rich says, did you see my magnetic peak idea in the Society of Secrets? I haven't seen it, Rich, but if it's from you, then it's guaranteed to be incredible. The reason I haven't seen it, if anybody is late joining the stream, then this is what I've been doing for my weekend. I have been rebranding the studio or redesigning it. Oh, that actually looks really nice on camera like that. But yeah, I've been redesigning the studio. I should probably make this light a bit better. Relaying it out, adding some plants. Funny story, I went to the hardware store to get paint. Because you guys remember all these walls were black before. This looks like a green screen. It's not. I went to the hardware store to get paint. And I walked in, I said to the lady, last year my dog died. So I painted all my walls black. I said, but I'm over that. I'm over that now. So I want to go back to white. What's the best thing to do? And she was like, this paint is called Obliterate Paint, and it'll do it in like 2 coats, which it did. So it looked badass. So this is the new studio. Yeah, let me know. Let me know if there's anything I could add. I'm not the most creative when it comes to decorating stuff. Although I will say that this was entirely my design and not Kaylee's. So. Yeah, I mean, she did tell me to make the 2 side pictures lower, but that's it. Magic Alon said, Lloyd, I just before Maxim Incognito a few days ago, killer. Oh, yo, thank you so much, dude. I don't know if Maxim Incognito are one of those things that the word is getting and spread around more than it has, but lately I've been having, just like Magic Alon there, I've been having like an influx of people saying, unless some like pirate site has somehow managed to pirate them, but like out of the blue, like a bunch of people just saying the same thing lately, that they've been performing Cognito or Maxim or both of them. But it went quiet for a few months. But yeah, loads of people lately have started performing it. So I don't know. By the way, anyone, if you are watching right now, if I made a small announcement in a video, but it may be missed. I waited till I got 100 requests for people to ask for my Society of Secrets membership to be opened up on YouTube. So it's the same content as the Patreon, but it's done through YouTube. So you guys can, if you go to my channel and click on memberships or join, I think it is, you can become a member of the Society of Secrets through YouTube right now. And I got different tiers on there as well. So you can just join the Discord, you can just get the tricks, or you can have the full membership. But I thought I would just quickly mention that because, yeah, I can see people are sending super chats, and for the same super chats, you can become a member of the channel and get all the Society of Secrets content that everyone's talking about in the chat room here. So yeah, if you want to go and do that, then the option is there. It's just I know a lot of people didn't want to go off onto Patreon; they wanted to stay on YouTube. So yeah, it took a bit of work, but now all the content from Patreon is also on the YouTube. You just go into the membership thing and become a member. Anyway, let's do some questions. Luna can join the competitions in the Society of Secrets. Yep. Dang it, Sweden is up for bronze in the Handball World Cup. Has to catch up on the game. See you next week. Dude, go and enjoy the Handball World Cup. Did anybody catch up on the tennis today? The Australian Open? Novak. Who's ever going to beat him until he's like 1,000 years old? And even then, I don't think it's possible. Jay Blunt says, this is my first Blackpool. I'm excited by everything that's been popping up for it. All right, so here's the thing. If you go into Blackpool, there is Russ Brown's House of Illusions. I gotta double check the name because I'm gonna be shouted at if I forget it. Blackpool because somebody type in the comments what the name of it's House of something. House of Secrets. Russ Brown's House of Secrets in Blackpool, right? On the Wednesday night, so Wednesday the 15th of February, me and Craig Petty have hired out the House of Secrets for people from his channel and my channel. So anyone that watches my channel and his channel to meet up completely for free. We've hired it out for everyone. All you need to do is pick up your free tickets. So I'll give you the website. Okay, it's sold out. Well, that was, sorry. Well, I'll put the thing here in case any more tickets are added there. But you can try and turn up on the night. I know there's at least one person that's not coming, so there will be at least one free space. But from 7 o'clock on the 15th of February, it's joined to the Winter Gardens. Come along to the House of Secrets, Russ Brown's House of Secrets, and we've hired it out specifically for members of the Society of Secrets, people who subscribe to my channel, people who listen to mine and Craig's podcast and Craig. So anybody who's involved in mine or Craig Petty's social media, it's an open night for us people, for us guys. And we're all going to meet up. Tickets are completely free if you can get one. They are sold out at the minute, but there might be some more allocated soon. But please come along, hang out, come and say hi. And we specifically did this, I think it was because of Rich Relish's idea, which was along the lines of we should get badges. So for anyone that's never been to a magic convention before, it can be quite daunting, especially if you go on your own. So we wanted to do an initiative based off what Rich suggested. I think it may have been Rich's idea. I'm not claiming it to be our idea, which was for everyone to have a pre-meet the night before Blackpool starts, where we could all introduce each other, and at least then you'd all know people from the same community that we're in now. So hopefully you guys can be there. It'll be so badass if you do. I'm hoping it's sold out because most of you have already got tickets. I was able to make the gimmick for my friend. Brendan, which gimmick was that, dude? Oh wow, oh my god, the chat is huge. I got so much to catch up on. Okay, and he start. Also rocking the Resurrected Dead. Yeah, dude. Do you know what? I literally have a box filled with cards here that I've moved out of the way, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna start the stream in like 2 seconds, and I just grabbed this one. I appreciate you too, Elliot. Ophir, the moderator or admin says, just saying, if anyone wants, you can donate membership to random people in the live. That's pretty cool. I did not know that. By tapping the $ and selecting membership. That is wicked. That's amazing. Cool. Thanks, Ophir. Okay, Ophir is King OK. He's one of my admin in here. He's super good and helpful. And so is Alex Bow. Are there variations of the crosscut force? Yes, there are many variations of the crosscut force. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. The ones that I know are not really mine to teach. But the question I have back for you, Dave, Christmas, or Lee, is do you have a reason in mind for it? Are you looking for a use for it in a certain context? Because that might help me better answer your question in a certain direction. Brendan says, how's the running going and the marathon/half marathon? Brendan is going terribly. I pigged out over Christmas. And then since Christmas, I haven't stopped. Like, I haven't had time to continue running for a little bit. So I have to get back into the swing of things. I was hoping to start fresh tomorrow, just by going for like a little 10K, a nice slow paced 10K, and get into the swing of it from there. But all through January is always crazy for me, and basically because I take a month off over Christmas, and then I start back at like work essentially with Murphy's, and I'm doing everything on here around January 6th. And when I start back up, I have to play catch up. So I've got to, like, usually it's like I do like a week of admin work, catch up with emails that I've missed over the Christmas period or haven't answered. Then I go to the session convention. And then in between there, I'll be filming stuff and content that I haven't had a chance to film. And then it's more along the lines of just admin work. And normally January is like the whole... Most people start their new exercise regimes in January. I never really am able to because I'm so busy. So for me, February is where it's a go. So thank you for asking that question, because I need to report back in the Society of Secrets as well in the Discord to people asking there, because I've just been off the boil. Morgan May says, good morning from Minnesota. Good morning to Minnesota. Hope you're having a good one, dude. Mike says, Rich, I love that peak on the SOS. All in one time. Bro, I'm a card magician, bro. So make any card gimmick very useful to me. Cool. Check out all the videos on my channel, dude. On my tutorial Tuesdays, most of them are card gimmicks. Alex, did you get my email? I haven't checked my emails yet, but I will. I've been doing this all day. That looks pretty, says Jay. New studio set looks awesome. Love the soft vibes. Thanks, Morgan. Yeah, genuinely, I was so depressed. Literally, my dog died last year, out of the blue. The sister to the brother of Charlie, and I was so upset that I came home from from the vets when she died, and I painted my whole studio black. And it's been it's been the year anniversary of her death, like 2 weeks ago. I decided it was time to cheer myself up, so I went back to a bright, colourful studio with some plants. Insane setup. Thanks, dude. Hi from Finland. Snow, snow, snow. Dude, I'd rather have snow than what it is in the UK right now. It's just like grey and miserable. The name of the dog was Pixel, and I did not get a new dog yet. I'm trying to convince Kaylee. If anyone's interested in dog pictures real quick, I'll show you Pixel. Because I just love it so much. Is it sad showing dog pictures? So that's Charlie and Pixel. Pixel's this one here. And she passed away last year. So yeah, it was so sad that I painted my room black. This is how they sleep, by the way. They used to spoon each other. Sad times. Stu says I need a deck rack. Dude, I need to get a deck rack. Every time I look at them, they go out of stock. It looks really good. It's kind of frosty. Yeah, it is kind of a frosty look in here. Muppets on Med says you could add a poster of me. Okay, potentially, if you've got it. I don't know who you are, but I'd love to. Oh gosh, needs a Society of Secrets logo under the main photo. That's a great shout, dude. Add a deck rack. Okay, I think it's a universal deck rack suggestion here. I'm digging the plants. Says Jai, more plants and green. More plants. I actually didn't. I thought I might have had too many plants, but I'm down for more. I'm sad because you can't really see the floating deck display very well over there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Smash the like. Oh yeah, give me some likes, everyone, please, if you are watching. Thanks, Alex. I use Maxim all the time. Thanks, dude. Says Zach's Magic, or his name's Guy in Israel, I think. Morgan says recently bought Maxim as well. Excited to play. I think you'll really enjoy it. Thank you for supporting me. Mike, lower left. It's my go-to effects when I have nothing on my phone. Hey Lloyd, your link in the description to the Odyssey project does not work. Oh, good shout. I will try to fix that ASAP. Thank you, Ian. I really appreciate that, man. If you feel like purchasing something, you might be more interested in one of the memberships because there's much more updated content on there. Just if you are looking to spend on something. Stu, I will join the Society of Secrets one day. Was meant to join day one, but was being tired. I feel your pain. Can you send greets to my daughter? It's Bernardo de Fuego. Happy birthday to your daughter, dude. I hope she has an amazing birthday. Oh, wow. How old is she today, Bernardo? Card Trick Academy asks, what got me interested in magic? So my grandfather got me interested in magic. I think it's like the age-old sort of same thing. But he didn't show me the normal type of trick most people see. He showed me a trick that he had created, which was he took a Post-it note and he drew a picture of an old school camera, like the ones that would have legs and a long sort of like springy tube over it. And on the end of it, where the lens would be, he drew a sad face. And then he flicked the Post-it note pad and it changed to a happy face. And that's the first trick I ever seen. And then I was always sort of interested in magic. Years later, I seen the David Blaine Peugeot ad at the cinema where he does think of a card. And then he says, I know this is not your card, but just picture it. And I can't remember what the film was, but he said, this isn't it, but picture your card and it becomes it. And then for like the next week, I don't remember anything about my life. I was just like, this is the coolest thing I'd ever seen. And then, yeah, that was pretty much my style. I also went to see Wayne Dobson's show in the Grand Pavilion in Porthcawl. And as I was waiting backstage to meet him, he had done a card spring into the audience and I'd grabbed a bunch of cards. And some guy who was waiting to meet him backstage took some cards out of my hands and said, do you want to see something? I was like 6 or 7 years old. And I was like, yes, please. And he, so out of all the cards, he took, what do we got here? I give him 2 black cards and 2 red cards. You're going to see how messy my office is right now. And he's like, look, you hold on to the black cards like this. And I'll hold on to the red cards. And then he did some magical gesture. And then he turned over the fact that he had the 2 black cards. And in my hand were the 2 reds. Dr. Daly's last trick. I had never seen it before. I was like 6 years old. And I went into a black hole for like a fortnight. I don't remember school. I don't remember anything else. It was just the best feeling I ever had in my life. And from that moment, I couldn't really go back. I was hooked. Completely hooked. Okay. God, there's so many comments today. Brendan says, just had a great time performing this month for a group of retired nuns. What? It's always so great to perform for them and to get them to smile and be touched by them by magic. Just want to send some good vibes. That's incredible. Craig, how's it going? Craig Petty's watching. Secrets, not illusions. Dude, I'm so far behind in the comments. Craig, are you still here? I apologize if I got the name wrong. Oh, I had posted it. I can see Craig there. House of Secrets. Yo, Craig in the house. Wow, I'm so slow on these comments. I gotta try and catch up. Sam Sugarman said it would have been really embarrassing to forget the name of the venue of your own meetup. That would have been embarrassing. The problem is there's so many. There's Illusions Magic Bar. There's Smoke and Mirrors. There's House of Illusions, House of Secrets, probably House of Smoke and Mirrors. There's so many. There's so many magic bars, which is incredible these days. Craig, what's up? I'm okay, been better, but been worse. What's going on, Craig? I will call you after the stream. Oh, I don't know. There we go. It's sold out. Adam Dadswell says, yo, what's going on, Adam? How you doing, man? Shmoo says, just a normal YouTube subscription, or is it a paid subscription to your Patreon? Oh, so for the membership, it's a paid subscription to get extra content. So if you like the tutorial Tuesdays I post, but you want to see better tricks that won't get posted to YouTube, then you can pay to become a member and get access to all that stuff. But it's only if you want extra stuff. So I'm still posting free magic every single week, as always. It's just for people who want more, and you get access to my private Discord. I like your. Okay, Isidro YouTube says, Buenas tardes, Señor Mago. Hello, good evening, Mr. Magic. I hope I did not butcher that. I probably did butcher it. I like your magic, but I'm not good at English, so I learn it very efficient. Damn, I'm sorry, dude. Well, hopefully you can learn the visual tricks okay, because a lot of that is taught just, you don't need to hear it so well. What sort of time is your slow 10K? I swear, Alex Bow says, what sort of time is my slow 10K? A slow 10K for me, depending on where I'm at with like my weight and my fitness, can range from like 55 minutes to an hour and 5 minutes. Like if I'm going like super duper slow, just chilling. Yes, still losing crisp weight for sure. Lloyd, go read it from the Discord. Crazy dream. I can't see the Discord when I'm on here, but you could type it or copy and paste it. Hate UK weather, but here in Georgia. Oh, damn, Georgia. That's such a cute dog. There was a fake Marlon. Yeah. Whatever happened to fake Marlon, says Tigger T. Oh, I have no idea whatever happened to fake Marlon. I do. Well, actually, you emailed with some information, Tigger T, and we do know sort of who he might be or who they might be. For anyone that doesn't know, I hosted a competition a while back. It wasn't even a contest, was it? It was I was doing something crazy, and anyone who like super chatted got free decks of cards sent to them. And Tigger T didn't receive. I can't remember. Was it a contest? It was something like that. Either way, when I went to send out Tigger T's deck, I realized that it wasn't from the place where I know, the country that I know Tigger T is from. I just happened to know because once in a live stream like a year ago, they said where they lived. So this email person said they lived in San Francisco, and I was like, oh, that wasn't even for you. Somebody was trying to be a fake you, but also a fake Marlon. Basically, I've had a few people trying to, when they've won contests or they've bought things, they've been, emailing me saying that they're the person who's won. And only by chance I've caught them a few times. But yeah, I forgot about all that stuff. In the future, there's got to be more secure ways to do it. Maybe I have to email first. Coming to me from India. What's going on, Bhavya? Zitor says, what's the best card trick when the magician doesn't touch the cards at any time? Probably at any time at all. It's probably something simple, like, because it depends on what you consider a good card trick, right? But if you can, it depends on, like, Chad Long's shuffle lesson is incredible if you can just quickly touch the deck, but the rest of it's done hands off and they shuffle the cards and everything. You could do something simple like have somebody shuffle the deck like this, tell them to spread through so they can see, and you can see that there's no order. You get a quick peek at the top card. You tell them to, like, deal down like this, and maybe give the deck a shuffle, deal some more and stop whenever they want. And then you can spread the cards and say, did you count how many cards that you spread? Or make a prediction that it's going to be like the 10 of diamonds. Oh, do you know what, actually? Nah, I'll tell you what's better. The trick that can't be explained is the best trick you can do hands off. The trick, if anyone know, there's a video, if one of the admins can go and find it, one of the very ever first episodes of Fooler that I did, and I don't even think it was called Fooler back then. I performed it to Kaylee. I'm in my kitchen, she's sitting in front of the piano, and I perform the trick that can't be explained. And I think I perform it entirely hands off. Either way, it can be entirely hands off. The basics of it, it's I always get this confused. It's either Marlo or Vernon. The trick that can't be explained. It's I always get them confused. Who was I talking to the other day? I was talking to Alexander, and I always get Bob Farmer and Martin Gardner confused as well. But anyway, trick that can't be explained by Marlowe, I think it was. Let me see. Where's the thing? Vernon. Someone says Vernon. Rowan McCourt. So, in short, this is the trick that can't be explained. And let me make it very clear. This doesn't work if you're performing it to yourself. You have to have somebody else to perform it to. But a prediction would be made like this. Let me put it like there. The spectator would take the deck like this, give it a shuffle, and then they would spread it like this on the table, and you'd have the audience say stop, or you have the audience move their finger from one side to the other and say stop. So I'm gonna look for when the first comment that says stop comes up. Will this even work? But I'm gonna slowly move my finger. When I see a comment that says stop come in, I'm going to stop. I'm literally watching the comments. I'm trying to go super slow. Okay, let's just say they stopped me there. Right, I'm going to assume that comment came in. I'm going to stop there and split the cards. So this would be the spectator doing this, not the magician. Okay, Alex both said stop. That was cool. So then I'd say go ahead and count how many cards you have. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 cards, right? They could have stopped anywhere. Whoever types the word banana first, we're going to use that person. So whoever types the word banana first. And I'm using this just so you can know that it's not a setup thing. So I'm going to watch the stream. Who's going to say the word banana? This is the trick that can't be... I'm doing the trick that can't be explained over a live stream with a delay. The Magic and Mentalism Library is the first person that said banana. So the Magic and Mentalism Library... what is your name? Or can we use, well, give us, there's so many people typing banana, it looks crazy. The Magic and Mentalism Library, can you tell us your name or can you tell us somebody else's name? And I'll wait because they were the first person to comment the word banana. I have a cat named Banana, says Tickety. Chris James says orange, just because he's colorblind. I'm kidding, no offense to colorblind people. I'll give it another 20 seconds. If Magic and Mentalism Library doesn't tell us then, okay, Martin is the name. So I'm gonna spell the name Martin down. M-A-R-T-I-N. Martin. Before we go any further, the first person to type the word balloon. The first person to type the word balloon gets to make the next choice. Do you want me to move 1 card back, 2 cards back, no cards back, or cards on top? So the first person to type balloon, type the word balloon, and then... Okay, it was Ophir. It was King OK that said it first because I can see it in the chat. So, do you want 1 card back, 2 cards back, 3 cards back, or whatever? Up to you. Just so we know that we can go as wherever anyone wants to go. Chris James, you're a bad man. How did they know balloon? Because I just said type balloon. Okay, so Ophir or King OK, I'm waiting for you to type if you want 1, 2, whatever. 3 cards back. 1, 2, 3. Fair? Good. Everyone happy? Send a little thumbs up if this is fair. Does anybody want me to cut cards? If somebody types the word what's a hard... whoever spells the word Aquarius first. Chris James says not fair. All right, whoever spells the word somebody spell the word Aquarius correctly, and then you get to make the final decision to cut or not. So this is the final decision in the entire thing. Aquarius. Tickety. I think Tickety is the first. Wait, let me just double check that. Is this correct? Yes, Tickety is correct. Tickety, you get to make the final decision. Do we cut or not? Say yes or no. Yes to cut, no to no cut. I love how Chris James spelt it. This has to be the weirdest trick ever. Cut! Tickety said cut! Oh, damn! Okay, here we go. I'm going to cut the cards about half. Hope everyone can see. Where's my camera? I'm going to cut the cards about half. Just like this. There we go. Tickety made the final decision. All of this is out of my hands. This will be done in the spectator's hands. I'll get rid of these. We'll go with the rest. You can see by the way all the cards are different. Okay. Oh, so let's just recount what happened. Real shuffle deck. So the deck was genuinely shuffled. I stopped, and I didn't do a time enforce. It was not a time enforce. I genuinely stopped when I seen the first comment of stop come up. If it was a time enforce, I would have been perfect wherever the card was. Didn't time enforce, and I stopped. We cut the cards there. We had I can't remember how many cards there was. Then somebody was the first person to say the word banana, and we spelt a name. The name was Martin. Then the first person to type the word balloon decided if we moved any cards back and forth and how many we did. And then Tigger T was the final person that decided if we cut cards or not. So this would have been entirely different in every different scenario. You remember, before we began, there was a prediction that was left on the table. And the prediction was the 6 of spades. This was the exact card, the very last card in the deck. Every decision was made by all of you. You stopped exactly where the crowd decided we stopped. We spelt a name decided on by you, a random name. And then we decided if we wanted to move any more or less. And then final decision was to cut or not cut. Oh. Ooh. I don't think you can be a magician and not do this. So, yeah, that was extremely difficult to do online. That was really, really tough to do on a live stream with no person here and with a time delay. There's always like a 30-second time delay. So that was really tough. In a real life situation, that would be much more free-flowing, really open, really fair. It was all fair, but much more organic feeling. So I hope you guys like that. That was the trick that can't be explained. And I can see that King OK in the chat has linked to the video where you can see me perform that on Kaylee live. So I hope you all enjoyed that. And let me read some of the comments here. Incredible, boom. Morgan May says the recap was banana, balloon, squirt. Incredible, boom. How do you do that? Wow, that was awesome. That was the most hilarious good. Who wants to learn how that trick is done? This trick is in the public domain. Anyone can go and learn this trick. Oh, I say go and learn. It's the trick. Wait, what was that comment there? Muppet on meds. You are correct. I have a tattoo on my leg. I have a cat named Banana. Do you want me to time, Brendan? If you could timestamp the stream, that would be incredible. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. If all right, you guys are gonna decide this. If we get 5 new members on the membership through YouTube or Patreon, I'll teach it right now. Is that really mean of me? Is that really mean? I feel bad doing that. But it would be pretty cool to get 5 new members. Oh, I should just teach you guys. I'd love you to become members anyway. Get me up to 40 likes and I'll teach it. It'd be dope if you became members, but I'm going to teach it anyway. I'm not going to joke around. Let me get some water. By the way, I bought this, like, bigger than my head jug of water on the weekend. It's the best thing I've ever bought. Literally, like, a bladder buster. I go through 2 a day. Well, the thing is, Rohan, hello from Edinburgh. Ooh, what are you looking forward to from Blackpool? The most I'm looking forward to is seeing you guys in the flesh, like the people that like have been following the channel and everything for the past year, and people that are in the Patreon and the membership, the Society of Secrets. That's what I'm most excited for. There's a big announcement dropping on the Blackpool page about me soon, very soon. But I can't tell you more about that yet. All right. We're at 43 likes. I said I would teach this. I'd really appreciate it if anybody did become a member to my YouTube membership or my Patreon. It's the same thing, same content. But I'm gonna teach you how this works right now. So, this is in the public domain. This is the trick that can't be explained. By someone said dive in. I'm always gonna. I remember the name wrong when I was really young, and I'll always get this wrong. The same way I remember all Bob Farmer and Martin Gardner tricks back to front. It's a weird thing. Side note: I learned my lefts and rights wrong as a kid. My friend taught me that his mum taught him that you do L for left and R for L for left, which meant that this was right. And when I was talking, we stood face to face, and he said, "So this is L." Because it spells L, and slapped my hand directly in front of him, which was my right hand. And we went over it for like 3 hours as I was really young, and I learned my left and rights completely wrong. And if someone says to me when we're in a car, which way next? I'll say left. Or I'll go right and then left. I always get it wrong. All right, okay. All right, so let's just talk about the trick that can't be explained. This trick, so many magicians don't do this. So many magicians should do this. And so many magicians get fooled by this trick. It's one of those things I forget to show people because I just assume it's just something that everyone knows. Because it is a classic of magic. It is one of the classic effects out there. But very simply, the trick is always slightly different however you perform it. And let me have some comments. So it's always slightly different because you're gonna sort of jazz. The trick will never be the same every single time. But there's some things and some tips that I can teach you that will up your chances of making it look even more perfect. So what's basically what I did? I'll tell you what I did there, and I'll tell you some ways ins and out of it. I grabbed a card from the top of this deck, and it was the Six of Spades, which happens to be my favorite card. And I placed it, that's the prediction, right? So only I know the prediction. You guys don't know the prediction yet. So that goes down. Oh, in full view. So the Six of Spades, we all know that's the card, right? Maybe I'll put it here. So I then give the deck to the audience to shuffle. And I need to locate where this six is in the deck. So I have the participants spread the cards. And I say, look, spread the cards. So you can see that all the cards are different. And as I do this, I'm scanning for that Six of Spades. So I'm scanning. And in this case, the Six of Spades is 5 down from the top. And I can very quickly count that it's 5th down from the top. A good tip is a tip from Juan Tamariz who says count 3s. So you look for the corner of 3 cards. So see there, 3 corners, it's 3s. And then I can see there's 2 cards. Just a tip, is easier to count in 3s. But I scan. In this case, the 6 is in an incredible position because I can just have them spell a word and it's going to be roughly 5 letters or something. Either way. I'll show you where it actually was when I did it. So this time when I did it, it was like here. All right, the 6 was further down. So, which is not, it doesn't matter. I spread the deck like this. And I can see the 6 is there. So I'm going to push that 6 out slightly. So you can all see it. So I said, somebody call out stop, and I'm going to stop. And you're going to, I do this every time I do the effect. I always start with the deck spread face up, and I always do the stop thing. And it's not, you can try and do it as a time and force and be bang on. I don't like to be bang on, but a lot of people will do that. But I like to be close to it. But it's nice because I can have a range of this many cards either side. So like if you can see the 6 is there, I like being about this far out. So here's what I do. I say, just tell me where to stop. And I don't do it like a time and force, but I get around the point. So in this case, they stopped me there, I think it was, right? So this many cards away. So I stop and I split the cards there. I say, look, you told me to stop here. We're going to get rid of these. Actually, it was this many cards away. So as I split the cards, and the audience can do this, so the spectator can move their finger. You tell them to start this end, move slowly, think stop or whatever. They're always going to stop roughly around the card and split. As the cards are being split, in the scenario where I just performed, I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I knew the card was 5 cards in. Now, I love it when a card is 5th down from the top because you could have somebody's name spelt. Normally, it'll be 5 letters-ish. You can ask for some certain words. You can just have somebody think of a number between 1 and 10. I went for the name thing. Now, I was expecting a name to be like 5 letters long. I'm forgetting one killer detail. Let me explain. I got here and I said, we need to count how many cards are here. And the reason I did that is to reverse the order of these cards, placing the fifth down from the top. So let me show you what happened. The 6 was there. This many cards from the bottom, 5 down. I said count. We're going to count. So we counted. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. The six of spades is now 5th. There's 4 cards. 5th down from the top, which is a beautiful position to be in because you can jazz so easily from here. And actually, this went wrong in 2 ways. So I asked for the name. I wanted the name to be a 5-letter name, and the Magic and Mentalism Library said the name Martin, which is 6 letters. So that's not 5. So that means that 6 of spades is going to be 1 down from the new top. So I went 1, 2, 3. Oh, so Martin, right? Martin, which means that 6 is there. 1 down from the top. I wish that was 5 cards, or 5, like the name Lloyd is 5 letters. If it was a 4-letter name, then it would have been perfect, but it wasn't, so it's 1 down. So at this point, I said, I had to get myself out of trouble. So I said, you all have the option. Someone has the option. Whoever says the word balloon, I think it was, you can decide how many cards we're going to move back. And I don't really make a big play about adding cards on. And if there was cards added on, I would have freestyled out of it. But I said you can move back 1, 2, or 3 or more. And the decision was 3. And I was like, because I wanted 1 or 2. Because if it was 1 card, ta-da, here's the 6. If it was 2 cards, it would be 1, 2, ta-da, here's the 6. But it was 3 cards. So I did something pretty sneaky, which was a little subtlety I learned many, many years ago, which is... this is so cool, actually. I'll go off on a little tangent, but I took 3 cards, but that 6 still ended up on top, right? Let me show you how that looks face down. So I said, look, 3. The number was 3. 1, 2, 3. And the 6 is on top. Because if I do that face up, and it's fair, I am moving 3 cards, and it doesn't look like I'm doing anything suspicious. I go 1, and I pick up genuinely 2 cards, but I'm not rearranging the order. These 2 are staying in order. 2, 3. What I should have done, if I was actually not being a magician, I should have gone 1, 2, 3. But it looks like I was just being a bit lazy. It's so cool. So I go 1, and I just picked up 2, really sloppily, 2, 3. Like this. And now that placed the 6 on top. And from here, then I give this is the thing I've seen Pete Turner doing. It's so smart. But I give the option to cut or not. So, yeah, this is such an incredible thing from Pete Turner. But I just said, cut or not. And look what happens. No cut. Ta-da. Or cut. Ta-da. And there you have the 6 of spades. So that's the effect. It's kind of freestyling, but by knowing having these tools, these weapons in my mind, and they're only simple things, things that you pick up over time. By having them in my mind, then it means I can very confidently always get myself out of trouble, as long as I know that the card they stop towards is close to where their finger is. And if it's not, if the card's not close, I'll say now use the other hand and come into the middle and meet somewhere, and they'll probably be closer this time. So let me show you this with a different card that nobody knows. So let's go this card here. All right. So let me show you this with another card, and let me see. I'll use Siri to tell me to stop. Oh God, that didn't even spread then. Let me see. This deck won't spread very well on the table. Here we go. All right, I'm going to wait for the first comment to say stop that comes up. I'm going to give myself 5-10 seconds before I even start to move because I know how long the display, the delay is. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The very first comment I see that says stop. I'm not even going to look at where my finger is. I'm genuinely going to stop wherever the first comment is. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going so slow. Okay, I see nothing. I've gone past it. I'll go again. First comment that says stop. And first comment that says stop. Oh, okay, we're here. Where are we? All right, I'm going to cut the cards exactly where King OK says. Like this. And we'll count. Actually, no. Let's do it face up. Somebody type a number between 1 and 10 in the chat. And maybe it's because I'm looking through OBS at the comments. So somebody type a number between 1 and 10. I was looking at the comments in my streaming software, so I didn't see how many stops there were. 6. Terje Olsen's the first one, says 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, somebody. Okay, type the word potato and how many cards you want me to move. 1, 2, 3. It's up to you. So potato and a number. I'm going to predict what number they say just for fun. Oh, it's not even in the deck. Potato and a number. I bet the number will be that. Potato and... There was no number. You didn't put the number. Potato. Okay, so it's the Magic Library. The Magic and Mentalism Library says potato and the number 2. He was because you can see, look, that's the comments. He is the first person, or they're the first person to do that. There. So potato and the number 2. This is not my influence. You can all genuinely see the first person to type the word potato and a number. The Magic Library, so I'll do 2. So 1, 2. Fair? We'll stop there. So, deck was shuffled. Prediction was made. Deck was shuffled. I stopped. I didn't even look where I stopped, genuinely. Stopped dead. Split the cards. Somebody named a number, which was 6. There was the first person to name a number 6. Then somebody decided to add or remove cards, whatever. And we did exactly what was said. And this time it was 2. And the prediction is the 7 of hearts. So you can see how it plays each time. Obviously, it's so difficult being on a delayed live stream, but that's the effect. So I hope you guys dug it. Let me read some of these comments about any questions about the trick that can't be explained. That was amazing. Thank you so much. Bladder Buster, yeah. It's for the group. That on the second front there. Kind of awesome. Ozu Marlowe's version. This is the first trick I've been truly fooled by a long time. Thanks, Magic and Mentalism Library. Remind me of Wayne Dobson's lucky card. Charlie, I think I emailed you back the other day, and I'm so bad at emailing people back. The Glubix. What's going on, Jord? Brian, how you doing, mate? This is brilliant, smart, good. Thank you so much, guys. What if you pass the card at first? That's a great question. I'll show you now. Okay, so let's say the card's the 7 of hearts again. And let's say that I pass the card and it's 2 cards down. The beautiful thing about the trick that can't be explained is that the audience has no idea what is going to happen next. They don't know if the name they tell you in this example was Martin. They don't know if Martin is the final thing we do, spelling Martin. It wasn't. In the case that we performed, I actually ended up doing 2 more phases, which was to move back 3 cards and then have the deck cut. But the audience don't know that. In the second time I performed it, I think there was 2 phases less because I got to the card way quicker and I did it face up. So the audience never ever know what's going to happen. And that's why the trick that can't be explained is so good, because it's never the same each time. So in this case, the 7 of hearts is gone past. Let's say they've gone past by this many, okay? This is what I would do in this situation. Right, I got it face down. Let's say I don't know where it is. So they've dealt and they've just gone crazy. I would say to them at this point, get rid of the deck. And this is the way I'll get out of trouble quite often. I'll do one of 2 things. I'll either say, look, deal face up and stop when you want. So they'll deal face up and they'll stop. If I know that their card is way down here still, I'll say, and discard them. Very off the bat, and discard them, right? If I think they're close to it, I'll do some other stuff. But if they're here, I'll say, and discard them. Now I'll do this again. And this is the thing that really saves my bacon every time I'm in trouble with this. I'll say, now we're down to a few cards. Spread them face up. The craziest thing about this, and go and perform this on your magician friends, right? If you don't believe what I'm saying, don't even go to spectators, lay people. Go and do this to magicians. No one ever picks up on the fact that I know the prediction anyway. They never pick up on that. So, where is that prediction card? Let me find which one it was, right? So now I'm spreading face up again. But to them, it's fair, right? Because no one realizes we're going here. So in this case, I say, we'll do it, we'll start again, right? You've done that once, we'll do it again, we'll get even further and further down. Go ahead and stop. And say they stop me here. Right, whatever I am. Now, I'll say, go ahead and count how many cards you have left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 cards. Somebody tell me a name. Just the first person to type a person's name. Not a ridiculous name like Quasimodo. Just a regular name of a childhood friend. In the shortest version of it you can. So if it was Matthew, call him Matt. If it was Christopher, call him Chris. So the first name that I see come up, I'm just going to spell to that name blindly. As I'm waiting for that name to pop up, I'm going to read. Just want to say my grandfather's name is Martin, and it's not mine. He introduced me to magic, so this trick is so much more personal now. I think I need to join the SOS purely from respect. Oh man, thank you so much. That's amazing. Now that's incredible that your grandfather got into magic. I'm so glad you enjoyed that, by the way. I didn't know what I was going to do on today's stream, and yeah. You being the fastest to interact back and forth is really cool, actually. All right, the very first name that's come up in the window here is Terje. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm so sorry. I'm not from your country, but it's Terje. Terje. All right, so I'm going to spell that. You can all see it's the very first name that's been typed in. So Terje. Terje, right? Get rid of these. Now I say we're going to deal these into 2 piles. But we're not going to look. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to tell the spectator, pick up one of those piles. They're going to pick up any pile. Let's say they pick up this one. I say drop it over there. We're down to 2 cards face down. Hand me one of those cards. It doesn't matter which card they hand me. Let's say they hand me this one. So are you 100% sure this is the one you want me to keep? This is the one they want me to keep. We'll get rid of this one. We go down. This is 7 hearts we're left on, which is the prediction. So even when the card, I'll tell you what happened. When the card was buried into the middle of a load of cards, I was hoping that maybe what I've done here on purpose is I'm showing you a really bad, I say bad scenario. It actually feels really, really, I found that the longer the trick goes on, the more choices they make, the more impossible it is for them to understand, because when they think back, they go, well, I made every single decision along the way. But I try to keep it short and sweet, but it is much more powerful when it's played out well. So I was hoping that they would stop on the card. They didn't. I knew it was further down somewhere in the deck than it was, so I say discard them. And now I need to clock where it is. So this time I clock that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down. The name was Terje, which meant that the 7 wasn't on top. It was second from top, and I did it face up, so I couldn't even go backwards. So in this case, let's say we spelt it and it was there. So I say get rid of the rest, get rid of the rest. Now I say we're going to deal 2 piles. Well, I know because it's second from top, it's going to be the second to last card dealt. So 2 piles. Which means it's this card here. So then I can say I could say point to 1 pile or pick 1 pile up. If they point to the pile with the 7s on, I could just get rid of these. If they don't, I could still get rid of these. Whatever you want to do, but I'm going to equivocate down to it. Maybe they do 3 things, but as long as you know where this is the thing. This is the number 1 thing. If anyone's worried about performing this trick, you're all magicians watching. You can all go back and watch your own reactions. You can all see in the comments what you were saying when you were watching this back after the trick had finished. I know exactly what card that I'm tracking is. Nobody else does. Nobody else knows what that prediction is. No one else knows that I'm tracking a certain particular card. That's what's so confusing about this to a lay audience, is that it just feels so random, so fair. It's all chaotic. Everything's out in the open. But secretly, I'm tracking a card. And the decisions are always different because sometimes it's here, sometimes it's there. It's not always in the same place. And they don't know what that card is. And for some reason, they don't know that you're trying to make them pick a certain card, even though you've got a prediction. It's a really weird thing. But go back, look at all your reactions. Like people here are magicians saying, I've not been this fooled in such a long time. It's when you perform it, as long as you perform it with confidence and you act like everything is done with purpose. And that's the big takeaway with the trick that can't be explained. It's not about having the perfect out. As you've seen, the second time it wasn't perfect. It's not about having the perfect out or always being exactly where it needs to be. It's just about taking it all in your stride, like that was supposed to happen. So even if the card is here, the 3 of clubs, I don't know where the 3 of clubs is, right? I'm going to cut this many cards down. I know that I do know that I don't know where it is. So I say perfect. So I say, look, take the deck, deal fast as you can, face up, boom, 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 boom. I'm going to close my eyes so I don't even know. And stop wherever you can. Okay, stop. Great. I don't know, the 3 isn't there. I don't know where it is, but I know that it's not here, so it's got to be lost somewhere in here. So now I'll say spread the cards, face up, okay? So you can see them all. Maybe I went past it because my eyes were actually closed. But it's just about being confident and rolling with it, loving, like being comfortable and living in that uncertainty. And that's how you get the most out of the trick that can't be explained. Magic Alice, I just created a very interesting triumph, my first ever trick. Wow, congratulations, dude. Just in time for Blackpool. Erin says this would be good for a newly married couple. Oh, that would be good, Erin. Dude, that's a great one. Or imagine you took a deck of cards and you ripped the deck of cards, every card in half. Kind of like the Woody Aragon thing, but less, not as mechanical in method, more free-flowing. So the groom or the bride gets a deck of cards ripped in half, so they have just half the cards, literally half the cards, and the groom is given 1/2 of a card to secretly, or the bride is given 1/2 a card to secretly put into their pocket. So you do the trick that can't be explained with a ripped in half deck, and the final piece they show matches that would be an amazing effect, actually, dude. It's all about that jazz, baby, says the Bobby Electric. I need an idea on how to force a card but without touching the deck. Dude. Lance, go back. You missed some good fun there. Go rewind back. Yes, 2 more likes and we get to 50 likes on the stream, y'all. Using a marked deck to pick the prediction gets you another layer. Yeah, Mark Steelhammer's bang on. If you use a marked deck with a trick that can't be explained, then then it looks even crazier. Marcus, you drove past me eating a baguette earlier, Marcus, on New Road. I see you. It was something like a baguette. It was a foot long, and you were ramming it into your face. Okay, so Alex, I've got you to force a card without touching the deck. So I'm going to use this card. Yeehaw! 56. Yay! Thanks, guys. Let's see. I'm going to take out a prediction. We'll just go for that. And let me just Google search something. Okay. So I'm going to show you this force, and then I'll give you the Marcus. I did Greg's. All right. So this is for Alex, who's asking how to force a card without touching the deck. Hand the deck to your audience, right, and have them. You say every time you cut the deck in a different place, you get to a new card. So what I want you to do is I'm going to stand over here, cut the deck, and just turn it upside down. So they do it. They turn it upside down. Say, look, so this time you cut to the 2 of clubs. Cut a few more cards this time. Keep the cards as they are. Cut a few more, turn them over, and see what card you cut to this time. The Queen of Diamonds. Each time you cut to a new card, right? When you cut into a different position. But the problem is we can see the cards you cut to, the 2 of clubs, the Queen of Diamonds. So spread through the cards and just look for the first face down card that you come to and make sure that it's a random card so they spread through. They can see they could have had any of these. But the first face down card they come to is there. And you say, look, that's fair. If you would cut to a different card from the 2 of clubs, you would have more or less cards. The same for the Queen of Diamonds. And then the reason we did it with the face down card that you cut to is that nobody could know what it was. So they would look at it and remember it, then they can lose it in the deck or whatever. But just to show that it was a force, it's the 5 of clubs, right? So I'm looking for, this is called the Cut Deeper Force. And I'm looking on the Conjuring Archive for the original credit for it. But what I can see is in the Phoenix issue 182 was the first time it seems to have been published in 1949 as the Cut Deeper Force. So, yes, yeah, exactly. It is the Cut Deeper Force. I don't know who created it, though. But I'll explain to you, Alex, if you want to know how that's done, let me know. But the Cut Deeper Force, it's an amazingly underutilized force. It's incredible. And to do it in the spectator's hands, then it all sort of makes sense. And actually, Kaylee, my wife, has some work on this, using it with. I won't say anything, but Kaylee has an amazing thing with the Cut Deeper Force. But she created it on the bus back from Frankfurt to the airport in Frankfurt after we'd gone to see the Erdnase premiere. They're looking for Erdnase premiere. Anyway, it's really simple. Marcus, I can't give you a bell tomorrow, dude. Monday is a write-off for me, man. I'm like up to my eyeballs. But I'll try and get in touch with you soon, though. The Cut Deeper Force is whatever card you're going to force is just on top of the deck. So they have to cut a small packet of cards and turn it over. And then they have to cut a big packet of cards and turn it over. And then when you spread through, that will be the 3 of spades. It's so good. It's so good. And what's good is if you have like 3 spectators and they each have a deck, and you put a different card on top of each deck, and you say, look, you do it, and then you reveal 3 force cards. It's crazy fooling. But yeah, so I can't find who created it. It's called the Cut Deeper Force, as we all know, but I don't know who the original credit is. So 4 of spades on top. I'll put it out jogged so you can follow it. They cut a small portion of cards and turn them over. Then they cut a big portion of cards and turn them over. And then that 4 will be the first face down card that they come to. Such a powerful force. Or you can just do the cross-cut force, which is just having it on top, which is the force I do 99% of the time. Put it here. Okay, some point this week. Will do, man. And it'll just be this card. Right there. All right, let me catch up with everything. I'll go back on it if I want to see what you're doing now. Christ Force. Lloyd, could you let me know what you recommend for practicing rubber band magic, where there is a move that you have to do while your spectator is holding the rubber band? So, Jay Blunt, my answer to that is I use my toes. I put my toes up on the sofa or by one leg, and I will stretch my rubber band between my toes. The other thing you can get is one of these as well. Let me show you guys. What was that weird sound I just made? It's like you can get these. This is really helpful for rubber band stuff. I don't have one, but you can get 2 of these on a little platform. Where's my thing? And put them, and then you can use those literally in the positions that you want them to for a spectator's hands, which will be helpful. I like the stream. For my edition version ABC on Friday, I plan on getting on video soon. Dude, that'd be wicked. When somebody is trying to follow everything you are doing, you should do something long and procedural that is very fair, or break the reality with a crazy visual. If somebody is burning you, if somebody's burning you, there's a few things you can do. One thing is to and normally they're trying to catch you out because they don't want to be fooled. I tend to try and bring them in on the magic. So, for example, like a good tip I always hear from Wayne Houchin was, if somebody is being the heckler or the annoying person, if you get a card palmed, hand the deck to the audience to be shuffled and show them the palm card. Let them in a little bit. I do this thing with coins where I will, let's see if I can find one. I'll let people in a little bit, and this sort of stops them from heckling. I don't get heckled. I'll explain about that. Where I say, look, magicians, sometimes they'll do this and they'll make a coin vanish. But the problem is they're hiding it behind their hand. And you can always tell because their fingers flick when they do things. So watch my fingers stay and I don't do anything. And now it's much harder to follow the coin. So by letting them in onto the JW, they sort of relax their guard a bit because they feel it in. The other thing you can do is like a bit of a sucker trick, which is something like this, where you'd say, you have a card selected. So I will do it like this. So I'll riffle through, remember the card I stop at. So remember that card, okay? We'll lose it into the deck and we'll give the deck a shuffle. And you can do something like this. I'm going to deal cards on the table, face up. I'm going to stop. Just remember the card that you stopped at. Let me do this again. So I'll deal cards face up on the table. Like this. Now the next card that I turn over, if I turn over your card, you got to give me $20. So they'd say, yep, I bet you $20 that you can't turn over my card next. And then you just do this. Something like that is fun. It's really hard to like burn you as a magician because they think they've caught you out. And then they sort of stop in their tracks a little bit then. Morgan, okay, that coin vanish thing was so good. Thank you so much, dude. Any method for switching a sandwich card without placing those two in the deck? Yeah, EDC stuff, says Erin. What channels? Check out Corey Harris on YouTube. He does a bunch of good EDC videos. He's a member of the Society of Secrets. Search Corey Harris EDC on YouTube. And oh, drop some fire emojis for Jake Keane. Oh, big love for Jake. Thank you so much for the super chat, dude. We all know and love Jake. He's the co-host of the Society of Secrets contests. He's an absolute legend. Let me refresh the chat stream right here. Has my stream paused for everyone, by the way? Let me see. All right. Let me show you. Charlie Hughes, if you can hand the deck to the spectator to place behind their back, you can have them cut and turn the packet once. Yeah, that's a really good point, actually, Charlie. Really good point. Okay, so a card switch for Vishal for sandwich cards. Let me show you this. Let me get 2 aces. And we'll do this. So, let me get a contrasting card. So I don't know if you can see this, but there's a queen of diamonds in between the 2 aces there.
and turn the queen face down in between the two aces, and it switches for a different card.
I have no idea. Look, these are my work jogging bottoms. If how good that was or not, I can do it again though. So if I show you the 2,
and I'll turn the 2 over like this, and it becomes the queen again.
So that's something I published. Someone's gonna have to remind me in the comments, but at least like 10 years ago. It's on the Odyssey DVDs. It's called the Sandswitch, and is anybody else's paused? Ooh. Is this paused for everyone? Hopefully it's not. Let me know. Muppet on Med says paused. Let me know if that worked or not. Everyone else is fine? Okay, cool. So that was something called the Sandswitch. You can learn it on my Odyssey DVD, which I'll try and fix the link in the comments. Did you guys like that, by the way? So this is called the Sandswitch. I'll very quickly teach you. I have to go soon because Kaylee's coming home with the Messiah. He's not too well lately. He's got a big cold. But I'll do the move one more time. You could switch any card for any card. It looks like that. And it switches, okay? So we'll do it again. Goes face down. And it switches. And actually, on that note, my front door is just gone. I'm gonna hate to love you and leave you all, but I'm gonna have to go. My little boy is he's not very well today. Hello, Charlie. This is my dog, Charlie. Say hi, Charlie dog. This is my one surviving dog. Hi, Charlie. All right. Guys, I love you all. I'm going to have to leave you all. Thank you all so much for the super chats. Please consider joining my membership at patreon.com/LloydB, or you can do it via my YouTube channel. There I teach you all the stuff which is too good for YouTube. Anything it's just, and it's also got access to the Discord. You can find out all about it on this page, patreon.com/LloydB, or just check out the membership section on my channel on YouTube. And I love you all. And if anyone is desperate to learn that, I'll go and teach it soon in the Society of Secrets in the membership. But guys, I got to bounce. I got to go see my little boy. He's not very well. Thank you all so much for today. Love you guys. I'll speak to you all very, very soon. Peace.